All right, you guys, I'm going to show you how to use my presets you just purchased. So go ahead and go into your email, open up your email that contains the presets, and you're going to see a zip file. Go ahead and click on the zip file, and it is going to open up, and you will see 6 files there. You're going to go ahead and click, and each file will be opened up separately, and you can swipe to the right to see each of them. So what you're going to do is you are going to click on the bottom left-hand corner of that preset, and this will pop up, and you will scroll to the right until you see copy to Lightroom CC. So we are going to go ahead and click that, and Lightroom will open up and it'll show us that photo with the preset on it. So there you can see it, there's the photo, and it is already edited. Next, we are going to go back into our email, and we are going to do the same thing we just did with all of the presets that you received. So we'll left arrow click on the preset, press copy to Lightroom CC, and then back again for the rest of the photos. Each of them have their title on them, so you'll be able to see which ones you're doing. So we're going to continue doing that until we have all of our presets in Lightroom and ready to go, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do from there. This is the last one, and now we are ready to go. So now what we're going to do, we have all those presets in there. We are going to put them into their own separate folder so that we don't lose them as we add photos to our Lightroom camera roll. So what you're going to do is you are going to click top 3 arrows at the top, and you are going to press copy to, and we're going to go to select those four photos, and we are going to create an album for those 4 photos so that they are separate. So we're going to go ahead and pull up an album, and we are going to title that album Moxie Santorini Presets Mobile. I chose to put a heart before mine so that it would appear at the top of my list of folders because I have so many on my phone, but you can do whatever you want. So I'm just titling this with the name of the presets so I know exactly which ones they are and where to find them. So once you've created your title, you are going to press OK, and then you're going to click copy in the top right corner of that photo, and all 4 of those photos will end up in that folder so that we can always find them. So you'll go back and you'll see they're right there at the top. So we're going to open up that folder, and we're going to click through each of these presets, and they each have a title in the top left corner. You can see in all caps. That one says Moxie Presets New York. The next one says Malibu. The next one says Edinburgh, and then the final one is Santorini, which is my most commonly used one on my feed. So I'm going to show you how we're going to put this preset on our photos. So what you're going to do is you are going to click on those 3 dots in the top right corner of the photo, and it is going to pop up with a menu. On that menu, you are going to select copy settings. So you will see that it's going to copy all the settings that are in the photo, and then we're going to go ahead and open up some test photos. So I have a test photo folder to show you how it works, and I'm going to open up one of those photos, a photo I took in my house. It's very yellow. We're going to click those 3 dots in the top right hand corner again, and we are going to now select paste settings. So it is going to paste the settings from what I just copied onto this photo. Now for each photo you will have to adjust a few things, mainly the exposure. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the exposure on this photo, and you'll see immediately how much better it looks with a little bit of the exposure pulled up. Also, if you go ahead and hold down on the photo, it'll actually show you exactly what the before looked like, so you can hold down and then see what the preset did to your photo. We're going to move on to the next one. Same thing. We're going to go in the top right hand corner, and we're going to click those 3 dots and press paste. And the thing I adjust most commonly is the exposure, depending upon the lighting of the photo. So that will be probably what you'll do as well. So another photo, we're going to paste the settings on that photo, and we are going to continue doing that for a couple different photos, making a few minor adjustments here and there. Sometimes, I think for this one, I went ahead and pulled the exposure down because it was a little too bright for me. So you can just do it whatever you need to do to the photo based off how the photo looks. But that is basically how the presets work. Super simple. Once you have them in there, you can literally just always go in and copy and paste the settings to each photo. For this photo I took in my house, you're going to see once I paste the settings, I felt like my skin on my face looked a little bit too orange. So we're going to go ahead and click on the orange in the Lightroom settings, and we are going to turn down the luminance on that, and that is going to make the photo less orange. The next thing I'm going to show you on this photo, once we paste the settings, I've completely lost all of the yellow in my sweater, which I don't want to lose. So I'm going to click on the yellow in the Lightroom settings, and I'm going to bring the saturation of that back up because I want to see a little bit of the yellow in my sweater. I don't want it to be that bright because of my feed, but I do want to keep it to a certain extent. Now we're going to save that photo to our camera roll, and I'm going to show you what I do with my photos. So we're going to open up VSCO because I double filter my photos, and we are going to import that photo into VSCO. Now I use VSCO A4 for all of my photos, and I just filter it as much as I feel like it needs. Next, we are going to go ahead and go into the grain. I like my photos to have a little bit of grain, so I'm going to put that up a little bit. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to crop the photo. Now Instagram allows a 4:5 crop, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to save the photo to my camera roll. I always choose actual size on the photo so that the quality is as great as it can be. And then we will go to our Instagram, we'll select that photo, and we are completely ready to post exactly what we just did. It's ready to go. I'm going to show you one last thing that I do to my photos. So I love the app Mixtures. It is used to add grit and grain and other effects to your photo. So I'm going to show you how I use it. So I'm going to import that photo that I just finished editing, and I'm going to choose the uncropped option because I do not want it to be cropped. So I click on the grit and grain option, and you can see that there's a bunch of different features you can do. You can choose the extent of the grain, how strong you want it or how soft you want it. And my favorite of all of those is the cataract. So that is usually what I choose on my photos. Every once in a while it will put the grain on the wrong spot on my photo, but for the most part that's usually what I like. And so I'll just select the degree I want it, and I save it to my camera roll. And then once again you are ready to post with that. I'm going to show you what that looks like, just so you can see it. I feel like it's sometimes hard to see in the app. So here's the photo, exactly what it looks like, and that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it made sense, and thank you for buying my presets. Love y'all.